Hello, back again with Raccoon Chanel. Ray tracing was first introduced by NVIDIA along with the release of the RTX graphics card, and ray tracing was embedded in the Series 20 graphics card, which pioneered ray tracing users was Battlefield 5. Ray tracing itself is one of the rendering techniques used using certain algorithms to be able to simulate reflected rays on objects, so that objects can look more real and natural. Ray tracing is not a new technology, because in some 3D animated films they also use ray traced. But not real time, different from game ray tracing used must be in real time, according to what the player is doing or seeing. That's the reason why new ray tracing can be felt by high-end graphics cards supported by capable devices. And now many games are starting to use and take advantage of the ray traced feature to improve gaming experience. But before we get to the main topic, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on the notification so that you always get information about games from us. And here are some games that have used ray traced with very satisfying results. Raccoon Chanel version. Doom Eternal. Developed by ID Software and released by Bethesda Softworks on March 20, 2020 for Windows PC, PS4, Xbox One, Doom Eternal is also rumored to be released soon for the next-gen console, namely PS5 and Xbox Series X in 2021. Players will still play the main character as Doomslay, who must kill all the monster troops at an angle first-person point of view. Here the player must be able to play smarter, because along the way the enemies will become more difficult and more numerous. So the player must be able to take advantage of the battle area in order to defeat the monster army. Control, developed by Remedy Games and released by 505 Games, Control can be played on Windows PC, PS4, and Xbox One on August 27, 2019. Since its release, this game has received a very positive response, both in terms of gameplay, setting, storytelling, and even graphics, carrying the action-adventure theme with a pull message control style, successfully hypnotizing the players with a fairly steep storytelling. But still aesthetic, even the application of refreshing in-game control is one of the best applications, because almost all ray-traced features and functions have been successfully implemented, such as the shadow effect, in feels like in and also reflections, which are in the game. Fortnite is a free-to-play game from Epic Games. This battle royale game has managed to attract the attention of gamers around the world with various types of platforms, ranging from physical Windows, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, to the mobile version. Recorded since its first release on July 25, 2017, the Epic game has managed to have 125 million players. Only less than 1 year, and managed to earn more than $9 in the first 2 years. It does have a cartoon design, with the addition of the ray traced feature. The design becomes softer and the shadows are more natural. Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft released. Born on October 29, 2020, this game was released for Windows PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and also he continued the previous series, namely Watch Dogs 2. Clint Hawking has managed to take a much more modern background, where technology has developed far and players can easily find automation machines and robots in the game. Here the player will be a member of the Death Wreck operating in London. The Death Wreck will try to save the city of London from cyber attacks from Albions who are trying to take over London. Cyberpunk 2077, being one of the big projects belonging to Side Project Red for years. This game is finally released on December 10, 2020 for Windows PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS. Many players have high expectations for this game, but they have to be filled with disappointment because this game still has many bugs and crashes. As some players, not even a few players have the option to refund after buying and playing it. On the other hand, with this feature, ray tracing, which can already be used in Cyberpunk 2077, has succeeded in boosting and slowly restore the good name of Cyberpunk 2077 and also Side Project Pan. Battlefield 5, developed and released by EA in November 2018 for Windows PC, Xbox One, and PS4, this game has 3 storylines, where each mission tells the war in each country, namely the wars of Norway, Senegal, and England. Battlefield 5 is the first game to use real-time ray tracing in this century. Unfortunately, the use of ray tracing can only be felt optimally in the high version of the ZPU series. This is quite common, considering the use of ray tracing at PT Lima is still quite new, so that deficiencies are still found quite often, but over time canceling Battlefield 5 has also improved the game via PC, and updates that send it gradually. Metro Exodus is a game developed by Fora Games and released on February 15, 2019. This game can be played on Windows PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS. This game is set in 2035, a year after the events of Metro Last Night, where the world is experiencing a post-apocalyptic period after the nuclear war, of course if we use the ray tracing feature here. The difference will be clearly seen. This is supported by the nuances carried in the game, the lack of light and the various unique monsters that exist in this game, managed to bring players into the world of a very wild and dangerous post-apocalypse. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Eidos Montreal released Shadow of the Tomb Raider on September 14, 2018 for Windows PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox XS, and also he continued the previous franchise. Shadow of the Tomb Raider also successfully attracted the interest of players. Lara Croft's adventure in searching for artifacts in all parts of the world continues. Although Shadow of the Tomb Raider has received many positive reviews, its sales are arguably not very satisfactory, because until the end of 2018, Shadow of the Tomb Raider only sold for 1 million copies. With the ray tracing feature, every detail from artifacts, paintings, to wall carvings manages to look real and more natural. Wolfenstein Young Blood. Bethesda Softworks releases Wolfenstein Young Blood, developed by Machine Games, Arcane Studios, Panic Button Games. The game was released on June 25, 2019 for Windows PC, PS4, Xbox One. William J. Blazkowicz. He's here told you've disappeared mysteriously, and players will play Blazkowicz, namely Jesse and Sophia, and still tell about America's efforts to defeat the Nazis. The ray tracing applied in this game also makes the game look more detailed, but some reviews state that in general it is not very many changes that look detailed if you use ray tracing in the middle-class ZPU series. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, developed by Treyarch. Raven Software, Beenox, which was later released by Activision on November 13, 2020 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox XS, and also Windows PC. The Call series is the last installment in the Breakout series, which has a story set around 1980 in the Cold War era. Here players will play a Bell who is actually a brainwashed Soviet soldier, so that he now switches and defends America. Ray tracing is used in the Cold War more to repair and maximizing shading on objects that are farther away. In general, there is not too much difference from the original version, considering that this game is also still relatively new and already has more than adequate graphics. Those were some games that can be played and supported by ray tracing technology. This technology is arguably still quite expensive, because it can only be used in high-end games. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video.